Hey, what's up? How you doing? You doing good? Good. I'm glad to hear it. Welcome back to Hero Talk, the mostly weekly podcast from Rooter Hero Plumbing and Air. I'm David. I'm one of the hosts, and with me is
Cat.
and together we're on the attack. Much better than last time.
Always. It gets better
Yeah.
every time.
Last time I went a bit too fast.
You didn't have as much caffeine today?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Oh.
But it is what it is. So, speaking of caffeine, you know how hard it is to find pink lemonade now?
Why?
I don't know.
Go to In-N-Out.
Yeah, they have it, but I'm talking the mixed stuff at the store, right?
Oh.
So, it seems like pink lemonade has been replaced by strawberry and raspberry and watermelon lemonade.
Instead of just pink, which has no flavor.
Well, I don't know what flavor it was. It was pink, right? It tasted a little different than regular lemonade.
I think it's just dye.
It might be, but whatever. So, because I went to Target, I went to Ralph's, I went to Albertsons looking for pink lemonade because I was like, I really want some pink lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
And no dice. So I ordered some pink lemonade flavored pre-workout.
Oh, okay.
And it's pretty good. I don't like the strawberry lemonade. It's too fancy.
Yeah, it really is. Let me see. Walmart has pink lemonade.
Good. Because I don't want the Crystal Light one. I want the store brand.
This one's Minute Maid brand.
Yeah. Let's see.
And you're right. Now it's raspberry lemonade.
Yeah, I don't want raspberry lemonade.
Oh wait, what about this one?
Yeah, that's the kind I was looking for.
Like the powder?
Yeah. I guess I'll have to go to Walmart.
Walmart or Amazon.
Yeah.
It'll deliver it straight to your door.
Yeah.
Or Ralph's, look at, they have
Yeah, that's the canned one. Oh, that's frozen concentrate. I haven't had frozen juice since I was a child.
I don't think I've ever had.
I didn't even know they still sold frozen juice concentrate.
Hey, it's less than $3. That's pretty good.
I remember when those were $1.
Finding anything at the grocery store for under $5 right now is like a win to me. So
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, it's $3.
I love walking out with 2 bags and $60, so it's fine. It's all good.
It's not fine.
It's amazing what it is. So, and then I was looking at because my friend shared a picture of a gas station from back east.
Okay.
Complaining how much gas was. $2.89 a gallon.
I wish.
$2.89.
Yeah.
There was a sci-fi movie that took place after it was a dystopian. It's sci-fi, right? So society was falling apart, and one of the things that they mentioned was that gas was over $3 a gallon. Okay.
If they only knew what it would turn to.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But
crazy.
It is what it is. What are you going to do about it? You can complain.
We can complain.
But
we're still going to buy gas.
Exactly. And I don't know which is worse for the environment. Gas and gas-powered cars, or all the power plants they need to power all the electric cars. So, yeah, that's cool. Not as much exhaust going in the air, except for the giant coal plants.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or the lithium mines. So,
that's true.
Yep. That's just a weird thing. So, Kat, how have you been?
I've been good, David. How have you been?
No, I've been good.
It's good.
So, yeah.
We're both good.
Yeah.
Nothing new, nothing exciting?
No. Just, end of the month, beginning of the month stuff. So.
Very true.
Yep. All a part of doing business.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, it's fun.
The month of March here at Heroland, I don't know, I think I told you, but we're doing it's somewhere on the board right there. We're doing a clothing drive for the entire month of March. That's exciting.
Yes, for what? Hope of the Valley?
Yes, Hope of the Valley.
Hope of the Valley.
Yeah. So that's exciting.
Yeah. No.
So I'll keep you guys updated on how that goes.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right, so
Alright.
let's get into the episode.
Yeah, what are we talking about today? Do you remember?
I do. I was just pausing for dramatic effect.
For dramatic effect, okay.
All right, so
So,
a thing came out by Gartner, right? Gartner is a big company.
okay.
Right. And now this focuses on the EU, the European Union, which it's not us, that's not the States. So
Okay.
God bless America. But what happens in the EU usually trickles over, at least in some form, to the US after a while.
That's
Right.
true.
So, the article that we're going to talk about today, and then we're going to talk about some other stuff too in the time that we have, because I have a cutoff at 2 p.m.
David's a busy man.
And, yeah, it is what it is. But the article says by 2028, the EU will mandate the right to talk to a human in customer service, predicts Gartner. All right. So,
Which I actually heard something about that.
yeah.
Which I think that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. On one hand, it is cool. On the other hand, why are people letting the government, any government, dictate how a company practices their customer service?
True.
Sure. Like, I can understand government oversight on, like, making rules and regulations on, hey, don't rip people off.
Mm.
Hey, don't charge 500% interest.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's a good one.
Stuff like that. I could definitely see the government being like, hey, don't do that, you'll get fined.
Yeah.
Or, hey, don't do bad work, that results in harm for the customer. 100% agree with that stuff, right? How to run your customer service rubs me a little bit the wrong way, because I am a firm believer that customers will vote with their wallets, and if they don't want to speak to a human, they won't. And if they do want to speak to a human, they'll gravitate towards the companies that make it easy
To call
to
or like talk to a
to
human.
speak to a human. It's
That's true.
one of those things. So, but let's go through the article, shall we?
Let's see what
So,
they say.
Gartner's latest report has made a bleak prediction for artificial intelligence within the customer service sector. As the role of AI continues to dominate contact center discussions, organizations have been warned against pursuing digital-only solutions, with Gartner anticipating that the EU could make the right to talk to a human a part of its consumer protection laws within the next 3 years. This comes in response to the rapid growth and importance of Gen AI, so ChatGPT, Gemini. Yeah. With more customer service agent roles becoming automated, Gartner foresees that as soon as 2027, 30% of organizations will have consolidated multiple positions into one customer-facing employee role.
So I see like why they would want to do that, and
Mhm.
like I think it's fair as long as it's like an option and that they
Yeah.
have that option.
Right,
Like if it's mandated just to have the option, but you don't
Mhm.
necessarily have to use it.
right. So,
If that makes sense.
yeah. No, and I was going to talk about that too.
Okay.
The consequences of this is clear for all to see. More AI equals less humans.
Mm-hmm.
And like all great cyber dystopian stories, those humans who haven't been replaced by machines end up turning against each other. A point highlighted by Emily Potowski, Senior Director of Research in the Gartner Customer Service and Support Practice. Service and support leaders must move fast in order to maintain their influence and avoid their function being subsumed by another. And here lies the crux of the issue. While AI's efficiency and cost-cutting benefits cannot be ignored, when it comes to the customers themselves, many would still rather speak to a human. It's like when a friend recommends a TV series for you to watch. They outline why you should watch it, making a completely compelling argument as to how it suits your tastes and how much you're bound to enjoy it. I'm looking at you, The Sopranos, from the article, in parentheses. Love that. But for whatever reason, you simply don't want to and would rather rewatch a tried and tested favorite. Human agents are the tried and tested. And organizations that refuse to provide customers with an easily accessible option to contact an agent are facing an ever-growing backlash that could well result in the introduction of legal requirements. In outlining the possibility of the EU taking legislative action, Botowski commented, "The EU has a reputation as a standard setter when it comes to consumer protection. If it takes this step, organizations that rely too heavily on generative AI-assisted service could need to scramble to boost their assisted service offering, despite many leaders currently promoting the cost savings of a digital-only strategy." So how can organizations maximize the advantages of Gen AI while still providing customers with the human touch that they crave and avoiding the EU's wrath? AI is inescapable. Even the biggest of technophobes would be silly not to utilize at least some form of automation within their customer service offerings.
Very true.
However, striking the right balance of precisely what, where, and how much AI to incorporate is what will separate the good from the great and protect against any future regulations. For Gartner, the best use is a tandem approach that sees AI supporting existing agents rather than replacing them. The report argues that as things currently stand, it is too risky, expensive, and difficult to replace customer service reps with a generative AI-powered chatbot, but does concede that many organizations will still see this as a viable option, particularly moving forward. The below image provides a basic outline of the pros and cons of both these approaches. So there's two paths forward when leveraging Gen AI in service and support. The first step is reduce human contact. The positives is it can reduce spend on talent. The negatives, increased customer dissatisfaction and potential customer harm. And then the other path, enable human contact. The negative, increased cost. The positive, increased customer satisfaction and increased opportunity for top-line impact. So arguably the most striking and worrying prediction from the image is the suggestion that a reduction in human agents could lead to customers being harmed. So in expounding on this point, the report argues that a rush to implement customer-facing Gen AI will lead to inadequately vetted systems that could make inaccurate and potentially dangerous recommendations. We've already seen this happen. So with the stakes being raised from shoddy customer service to customers possibly being in danger, it is no surprise that Gartner is predicting legislative action. For organizations that are contemplating a digital-only approach, the argument should not resolve around whether or not they will be in breach of future regulations, but should instead focus on what is best for the customer. Whether that be providing the option of a customer-preferred method of contact, or protecting them against a technology that is still in its infancy, having human agents should be a non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable.
So,
Interesting.
So, with that, the couple of things that I wanted to bring up. The first being some stats that came out recently. Okay. The first is they did a study, right? And it was how people feel positively about AI using AI to engage with a business.
Yeah.
Right? So, 91% of business leaders felt positive about using AI to engage with customers.
91%.
91%. 50% of customers felt positive about using AI to engage with a business. That is down from the year before. According to the study, the AI hype is fading. Last year, 62% of consumers felt positive about engaging with AI. This setback in consumer sentiment contrasts with business leaders' excitement and troublingly is emerging as business of all kinds continue to double down on AI and automation. This difference of opinion between businesses and their customers is an important part of the emerging AI gap that stems from the average consumer's unfamiliarity and lack of clarity about how AI can be used to create better outcomes. Brands have a lot of work to do to make sure their investments in AI pay off.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that kind of goes hand in hand with another stat, right? And this stat asked both business leaders and customers this question: how easy is it for customers to get their customer service inquiries or issues handled efficiently? Business leaders, 93% thought it was easy for customers to get their customer service inquiries or issues handled efficiently, compared to customers who were at 66%.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
So, and here's like, go ahead.
How do you feel about using AI? Like when you're the customer and you're trying to get a hold of a company that you need.
It depends on why I'm trying to get a hold of them.
Okay, like for example, the other day, like a few months ago, I was returning something and I needed the return label. And then not only that, they were gonna charge me, I think $10 to ship it for the return. And keep in mind the item was like $20. It was like a shirt, and I just needed a smaller size.
Yeah.
So I wanted to contact them and say, hey, I want to exchange. But according to them, like on their frequently asked questions, it says no exchanges, but return and then rebuy with store credit. So annoying.
But you had to pay more.
But I would have to pay $10. So on the thing it said like contact us to see if you can qualify for like the free return label. So I tried so many different ways, and everything was AI, and obviously it didn't understand what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm literally trying to explain to them like I'm not trying to buy something else, literally just a smaller size.
Right.
And then it would say, sorry, no exchanges. Sorry. And I'm like, oh my god, this is so annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I ended up just keeping the shirt and never wore it because I didn't want to spend $10 extra
so
on returning it.
I don't blame you.
So that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
To me, I would rather speak to a person.
Oh yeah, 100%. So stuff like that, yes, humans. Yep. Simple stuff, right? I don't care if it's AI, right? As long as it's correct. So,
like simple stuff like what?
Like if I have a question, like, hey, what time are you open till? Stuff like that, right?
Okay.
So, because sometimes websites and even Google is wrong.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, especially let's say it's a holiday, right?
Oh, are you open?
And not like a real holiday, but like, Columbus Day or something. Or President's Day, stuff like that, right? Where like, yeah, we get it, banks are closed, but nothing else should be. But some stores, have different hours on those days.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you look it up on Google, it says holiday may affect these hours. So, like, thanks. First of all, you couldn't take the 30 seconds to go in and adjust that on Google?
Yeah.
No, it takes literally 30 seconds if you're slow. So, I don't know. But, stuff like that, AI is fine. Right? I don't care. If it actually has to do with money, like a refund, or a return,
like an actual question, like
or like, hey, can you break down this bill for me? I'd rather have a human do it, right? So we can see the same thing, even though like we don't have the whole AI bit, right? As it stands right now, for us, we do have self-service options available. We have an ability to book straight off the website that goes straight into our CRM, which is service titled. We use Schedule Engine for that, and we use Schedule Engine for our web chat, right? So if customers don't want to call, they can either book themselves or chat with someone on the website.
Mm-hmm.
All nice and good. The other option is to call. And even though we have all these like setups for form fills or messages, text messages, everything like that, it is still 85% voice.
Yeah.
So, and that could be with the industry that we're in, right? Where it's a lot of demand based calls. So, yeah, they're going to pick up the phone and call, right? Because when your house is flooding, right? Or your kid's bathtub is filling up with sewage, maybe you don't really trust to go on a website and fill out a form,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely.
Maybe you just want to call. And as long as that wait time isn't too much, which right now we're averaging about 14 seconds for pickup for the phones, which to me is a little high, but other people might be like, oh, that's really great.
Yeah.
And it's what it is, right? I just have different expectations. But as long as someone answers quickly with empathy and urgency, I think that's going to beat it. And if you're calling a place, most likely you're going to want to speak to a human and not an automated AI space alien voice,
Yeah.
right?
Very true.
And I've heard plenty of voice AIs. No.
Even when you call in, is it? I think we recorded that. Is it still our voices, or has that changed?
When they're put on hold,
Yeah.
that's there.
It's not even a fake
No.
human there either.
But if you look at a lot of the AI voices that they have, they sound just like when you, reach a voicemail. So,
Yeah.
which, not very good, I will say. So, I don't know. I think that if, let's say that thing doesn't pass in the EU and never passes in the States, right? Human beings, depending on the industry, of course, are going to gravitate towards the companies that still have human beings
Mm-hmm.
answering their questions or helping them out, right? It's especially in the trades, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, stuff like that. I don't think voice is ever going to go away. I think that it might slip from 85% to 75%.
Okay. That's
maybe
fair.
maybe over the next 3-5 years, right? And then depending on how things go, it might get lower than that.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I don't ever see it going below 50%.
Yeah, me neither.
So,
But I also think that having the option is like what's the best,
yeah,
because maybe they don't want to talk to a person.
100%,
You know.
100%.
But-
Self-serve options should always be on someone's website. It just shouldn't be the only thing on their website. It's like it should be, hey, book online, chat in, or look at this, here's a phone number, call that.
Yeah, very true.
And missing one of those, you're doing your customers and your business a disservice, right? Especially with the online web booking thing. It's so easy to set up now. Like even Service Titan has their own little widget, and maybe the fact that they bought Schedule Engine, I don't know. But it's really easy if you have Service Titan or even other things. Form fills are very, very easy to fill out. In fact, from a business standpoint, they're a little bit too easy to fill out, and you get a lot of spam that way.
Oh.
But it is what it is. You can still have pretty good results from that. Chat is awesome. My only thing with chat is I would rather have it be real web chat.
With a real
As-
person.
With a real person. It could even be an AI overlay that if you just type in like agent or something, it'll go to a human.
Oh.
But what I'm talking about is the actual real web chat where you just don't put in your number onto a website and they start texting you back. Because and here's why.
Channel switching.
Channel switching, first of all. Yes. I hate that. Second is if I'm on the computer, right? And I'm talking about being at a desktop on a web chat. Most people, when they browse the internet or when they do anything, they're on their phone, right? If you're at your computer typing into a web chat, chances are your phone is not on you. It's either charging or you put it aside somewhere, right? So, in your pocket. Have everything where the customer is at.
Very true.
You have to meet the customer where they're at, period. There's no getting around that. So, I don't know.
That's very true. Let us know, what is your preferred method. Do you prefer AI or do you prefer an actual human when you're asking questions, when you're booking whatever it is that you need to be booked?
Yeah. And answer this question. When's the last time you ordered a pizza over the phone?
That's true.
About 20 years for me.
Really?
Yeah. As soon as they introduced the online ordering for pizza, I was like, yeah, we're doing this.
When it's a really big order, sometimes I call just to be sure.
No, they're more liable to mess up that way.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, like you ever call a pizza place and I don't know, the last 20 years it might have improved, right? But it's always loud in the background. They're always doing something else.
Loud. That's true.
And like, what if you wanted pepperoncinis instead of pepperoni, but they heard pepperoni?
At least online everything's there, huh?
Exactly.
Spelled out for them.
Exactly, and if they mess up, you can be like,
True.
Yeah.
But last time for the Super Bowl, we ordered pizza, and they forgot half our order, and it was delivery. So the guy left, and then came back like an hour later.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So, all right. So, now we provide this to you free of charge.
Oh.
There is no cost whatsoever for this show. But there is a fee. Kat, what is the fee?
The fee, guys, is to share this video, or if you're listening to it on your podcast streaming platforms, share this podcast with anyone. Give it a like, thumbs up, and let's make the show grow, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and I found out that we're on Audible.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love that for us.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody listens to podcasts on Audible, but there you go.
All right. See you next time.
Bye, guys.